Right now at noon, a live look outside as we're tracking more severe weather in our area today. The First Warn Weather Team keeping an eye on Radar 3000. Plus, the Supreme Court refuses to limit access to the abortion drug mifepristone. The details behind the justice's unanimous decision. This is News 3 Now at noon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Josh Spreiter. We begin with another round of storms heading our way later today. This after some early morning rumblers woke many of us up on this Thursday. For more on the latest track, let's get to First Warn meteorologist Kelly Slifka out on the weather patio with a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Steamy out there again, Kelly.
Yeah, very steamy again this afternoon, and it's going to be dropping. The humidity is going to be dropping throughout the day because we actually have a cold front that'll be arriving, and that'll scour out some of this humidity. We've had the clouds out there and really pretty quiet out there near Picnic Point. I saw one boat out there enjoying the warm conditions, the summer-like temperatures at least, trying to stay a little bit cool, trying to get a reprieve from some of the humidity. Not a lot showing up on Radar 3000, just a few scattered showers up toward Camp Douglas, the Dells area over toward La Crosse. And really, it looks like the main threat for stronger storms is probably going to stay to our south as we get toward the Illinois border and then into the Rockford, Chicagoland area. And we'll show you that coming up. But right now, you can see the motion of this basically just sliding onto the east-southeast at about 30 miles per hour. And that's what we can expect, I think, for the next several hours. You can see on our future track, some of these lighter showers moving on through. None of this likely to be severe, at least here locally, up until 3 o'clock here. So that's what we're looking at right now. Now, the severe weather potential, we continue to push this a little bit further to the south now. We're under a marginal risk of severe weather from Madison down toward the Illinois border as you get that sliver of yellow shading into the Kenosha area, Rockford area. That's where they are under a slight risk of severe weather. Even enhanced risk of severe weather. This will be the bullseye of more potential for stronger storms and more widespread storms there in parts of southeastern Iowa, west central Illinois, and the Kansas City area, much of northern parts of Missouri. We were talking about the humidity. It is up there. You can feel it. In fact, the dew point now in Janesville at 72. That's pretty oppressive. 67 is the dew point in Madison. We're talking about comfort level. You want to pay attention to the dew points. Anytime they get above 65, that's when it becomes uncomfortable, and that's what we're seeing out there, at least for now. But I think that humidity will be dropping as we go through the evening hours. And out ahead of this cold front, we are expecting some scattered showers, maybe a couple of rumbles of thunder. I think the better threat for some of these thunderstorms developing in the counties right along the Illinois border this afternoon is going to remain warm. We're going to get a break from the humidity tonight and tomorrow, but that will return later in the weekend, and it looks like that'll set us up for a very active weather pattern and very warm and humid conditions next week. 83 right now in Madison, 83 also in Middleton, 84 down the south in Fitchburg. We got clouds right now, 83 degrees, with a chance for some of these showers and isolated thunderstorms going into the afternoon hours. We'll talk more about the break in the humidity tomorrow, but also really sultry Father's Day. We'll have more on that storm potential later in the weekend coming up.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Remember, you can always download our free First Warn Weather and Traffic app for the latest radar. It is available right now in the App Store and Google Play. New at noon, the U.S. Supreme Court handing down a decision on its first abortion case since it overturned Roe v. Wade 2 years ago. The unanimous decision preserves full access to a pill widely used in medical abortions. Skylar Henley reports from outside the Supreme Court.
The U.S. Supreme Court ruled that the so-called abortion pill mifepristone will remain available, saying the plaintiffs lacked standing to bring the case.
The first thing the court says here is don't walk into our doors unless you have an injury, unless it's caused by the government action that you're complaining of, and unless it can be remedied.
A group of doctors opposed to abortion sued the FDA after it eased restrictions on the pill mifepristone, making it more readily accessible.
My colleagues and I are on the front lines witnessing and treating the women harmed by the FDA's shameful actions. We knew we had no choice but to sue the FDA to hold it accountable.
Mifepristone was used in nearly 2/3 of all abortions in the U.S. last year. The FDA first approved it 24 years ago. In 2016, the FDA extended the window. Women can take mifepristone from 7 to 10 weeks. And during the pandemic, it said an in-person doctor's visit was not needed, allowing mail-order pharmacies to ship the drug nationwide.
The data are very, very clear that mifepristone is extremely safe, extremely effective. Over 100 peer-reviewed journal publications have shown this over and over again.
This is the court's first abortion decision since the conservative majority overturned Roe v. Wade 2 years ago, though their opinion here is centered around the plaintiff's lack of standing rather than reproductive health. The court still has another abortion-related case to weigh in on before the term is over. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the Supreme Court.
The other abortion case centers on whether a federal law on emergency treatment at hospitals takes precedence over state abortion bans. The Biden administration sued the state of Idaho, which allows exceptions only to save the life of a mother or in cases of rape and incest. It does not allow for exceptions in rare emergency cases where the pregnant patient's health is at serious risk. Happening today, Jill Biden will be in Northeast Wisconsin. Dr. Jill Biden will be in Green Bay as part of the Seniors for Biden-Harris program. She's working to engage older voters across the nation. Dr. Biden will be speaking at a political event this afternoon before heading off to Duluth, Minnesota. These visits come as polls show Trump and Biden neck and neck among both registered and likely Wisconsin voters. Former President Trump will be in Southeast Wisconsin next week. According to the Trump campaign, he'll be in Racine on Tuesday. Trump will hold a rally on how he thinks President Biden's failed Wisconsin. This will be Trump's first visit to the Badger State since becoming a convicted felon. It is his third trip to Wisconsin this year. Right now, President Biden is overseas in Italy for the G7 summit. He plans to meet with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. The two will sign a long-term security agreement that commits the U.S. to helping Ukraine for 10 years. The U.S. is expected to promise a continuation of training Ukraine's armed forces, producing weapons and sharing intelligence. The agreement does not commit U.S. troops directly to Ukraine's defense against Russia. Well, still ahead for us this afternoon, the Federal Reserve makes a decision on interest rates, plus why Sony Pictures is expanding into the theater business.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's Stars and Stripes event starts now. Get our guaranteed lowest appliance prices, like great rebates up to $500, plus up to 50% off closeouts. Unbeatable savings that big stores can't compete with at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley.
Get an 11% rebate on everything for your next project. Now at Menards. Known for innovative designs and affordable prices, Works provides power and ease to get the job done right. Upgrade your power tool collection with his 20-volt drill and impact driver combo kit. Just $79.99 after rebate. Complete projects quickly with a Works Nitro 20-volt 18-gauge brad nailer. Pick it up for only $79.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird. With the best service, quality, and prices, Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. To help you remember, I made this cheer. V value. A, awesome value. L, lots of value. U, get 2 pairs of free eye exam and anti-glare lenses for only $79.
This is me, and this was my stubborn body fat. My name's Adrian, and Sonobello changed my life. Sonobello is America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and they permanently removed my body fat in just 1 visit. After having 2 kids, my body, it changed a lot. I tried everything to lose the fat, but nothing seemed to work.
Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, back, chin, and more.
I've seen such dramatic results. My tummy is gone, my double chin is gone, and my hourglass shape is back. This was the mommy makeover that I deserved.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-357-3263 or go to sonobello.com.
Anybody that knows me here knows that I'm always focused on the customer first. I want to make sure that we don't have to worry about this door next year, the year after that. I'm not an actor at all. Here at Precision, we're here for you.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Ashley's best Stars and Stripes event starts now. We've brought in truckloads of mattresses with special doorbusters for quick delivery. Save up to $1,200 instantly on adjustable mattress sets and special financing for 60 months. Save now at Ashley.
After its 2-day meeting, the Federal Reserve said it would leave interest rates unchanged at around 5.25 to 5.5%. Fed officials also signaled that it may only make one rate cut by the end of the year. It comes as the latest data from the Labor Department shows inflation cooled last month. Consumer prices rose 3.3% in May compared to last year. That's slightly lower than economists had predicted. Food prices remain steady while housing costs continue to rise, though drivers are seeing some relief at the gas pump. Another change for social media company X. The platform, formerly known as Twitter, is now making likes private. Users will be able to see their own likes, but others will no longer be able to see them. X says the move is to better protect users' privacy. And Sony Pictures is expanding into the theater business. The motion picture company announced it has now acquired Alamo Drafthouse Cinema. The dine-in movie theater chain has more than 30 locations across North America. Sony says the theater company will remain headquartered in Austin, Texas, and that it will continue to show films from all studios and distributors. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Chanel Call.
At the noon hour, here's your stock report. The Dow is down 182 points, NASDAQ up 7, and the S&P 500 down 12. Pam is watching today's egg prices straight ahead, and Kelly's tracking more rain and storms in the first warn forecast. Then later on Live at 4, we're sitting down with Miss Madison and her team counterpart as they prepare for the Miss Wisconsin pageant.
I'm gonna take real good care of your windows.
You need the experts at Feldco.
Right now at Feldco, get 2 windows for the price of 1.
Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
We're in the middle of seizing the date. In the middle of the perfect pairing. And parking it here for the night. So come get away. Together. Illinois, the middle of everything.
It's coming. Predicted to be one of the hottest summers ever. And you can't enjoy anything when your house is too hot, especially when you get that big utility bill. So what do? You stop the hot air from coming in and your cool air from leaking out. With USA Premium Foam in your walls, your old hot and humid house really can be made comfortable. Call now, and when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free. Stop sweating and start saving.
USA Insulation.
It's only paint. It's only paint that comes in an award-winning twist and pour container. It's only paint that can cover the brightest shade of orange known to mankind in just one coat. It's only paint that will inspire you to write your masterpiece. It's only paint that will help you become TV's hottest writer, where one day you'll meet this guy who starred in that thing. So yeah, it's only paint. Only easy opening, smooth pouring, change your life both professionally and romantically. Paint.
From midnight tweets to drinking bleach to tear-gassing citizens and staging a photo op, we knew Trump was out of control when he was president. Then he lost the 2020 election and snapped, desperately trying to hold on to power. Now he's running again, this time threatening to be a dictator, to terminate the Constitution.
If I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Trump wants revenge, and he'll stop at nothing to get it.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Do we have any baseball fans here today?
He's one of the biggest hitters in baseball history. A-Rod is in the house. Plus, the Golden Bachelor, Gary Turner.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You have a consumer issue and you keep getting the runaround. Need help?
It's call for action to help me. Nobody else did.
Contact our team by phone or on channel3000.com. Call for action only on News 3 Now. Moving forward for you. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Welcome back at noon. Let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report. Hi, Pam. Almost Friday. We're almost there.
Almost Friday is right. And I think there's a lot of exhausted FFA advisors, chaperones, and probably kids that are wrapping things up right now at the Alliant Energy Center, the 95th State FFA Convention, drawing to a close. Big night last night. I got to introduce you to some of the stars of Wisconsin agriculture. Now, these young people are all FFA members that have been involved in some pretty active projects in their respective fields. They will be advancing to the national scene representing Wisconsin. The star in agricultural placement Cadence Hodor from Second Look Holsteins, the Campbellsport FFA. She wants to go back to the dairy farm after she's pursued some education, and she's going to share her experiences down in Indianapolis, Indiana in October. Congratulations to Cadence. Next up is our star in agri-science, I believe. That's Andrew Gotham. He is from the New Auburn FFA. Star in agri-science. He's working on something that's about burnt plant material that helps the next generation of crops come along. So bioscience is a big deal for him. The star in agribusiness, Allison Lutzen. She is from the Slinger FFA, and she is one young lady that I recognized during the pandemic. She decided to, when nobody was showing livestock, she created her own online virtual livestock exhibition, and it was nationwide. That's one of the projects she'll be sharing in her Star in Agribusiness story down in Indianapolis. And our star farmer from Northeast Wisconsin, Taylor Mroshik, she is from Pulaski. Taylor is all about raising hogs. She's had successes for the past couple of years. She's now going to be pursuing her initial education at Northeast Technical College before she transfers to a 4-year school. Again, she's our star farmer. Those 4 will represent Wisconsin at the National Convention down in Indianapolis in October. There are others, obviously, that I could recognize as well. We've got a lot of things posted up at Fabulous Farm Babe on Facebook and MidwestFarmReport.com. Congratulations to our FFA officers that have been elected and will take over essentially today from our viewing area. Alyssa Shower, East Troy, Emma Johnson from Amory, Tyson Gerke from Fenimore, also Cheyenne Johnson from Oregon. Congratulations. And I saw that Jesse Thompson from the GET FFA is the new Wisconsin State FFA president. He'd previously been reporter. Barrel cheese today up a penny and a quarter, $2.02 and a quarter. 40-pound block cheese up 4.5 at $1.98 and a quarter. Double A butter down a penny and a half, $3.09 a pound. But boy, the fluid milk market is red hot today, along with a couple other commodities. I'd just be red hot if I'm those FFA kids getting out into this muggy weather now. They're all done with air conditioning at the line. Time to go home. And I'll bet they'll be grateful to be getting home.
Oh, it's steamy outside. And I think there's just always such great representation for Wisconsin farmers at those events. It's so great to see just their stories, Pam.
The stories, it would take me literally months to get through half the stories.
Oh, we're so proud of them. All right, Pam. Thank you.
Okay, buddy. See you.
Well, let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast. First Warm meteorologist Kelly Slifka is out on the weather patio. Kelly?
Yeah, we do have the clouds now. At least we're not getting the sun baking us, even though it is still very steamy out here at the noon hour. Eventually, this humidity, though, is going to drop because we have a cold front that's right now moving through central Wisconsin. You do see a line of some showers. It's mainly light showers, occasionally a little bit of moderate showers across southern Minnesota into west central parts of the state. Some of this is starting to creep into our northern counties this afternoon. That's what I can expect now over the next few hours. Just some light showers passing through. I don't think the thunderstorms will get going, and this will be mainly south of the border developing this afternoon. But it is still steamy. We're in the 60s, mid to upper 60s most areas in central and southern Wisconsin. But look what's off to the northwest of that front. Dew point temperatures, this is a good measurement of the actual moisture in the air, is down into the 50s. That's what we can expect arriving this evening and by tomorrow as well. So scattered showers, a few thunderstorms with this front passing through. I think the main threat for storms are going to be down toward the Illinois border. Right now it looks to be just a few of these popping up. Most of this will be staying south of the border. It will be turning less muggy tonight and also tomorrow, so a little bit more comfortable, still warm. But then we get right back into the heat and humidity this weekend. And along with that, we'll have to dodge some more storms. There'll be plenty of dry periods, but once again, we'll see a couple of these rounds of storms rolling through. Right now, our radar 3000, as you can see, we do have a couple of showers up there in Green Lake, Marquette County, over there toward La Crosse. These are very light right now, and you can see they're kind of sliding onto the east-southeast at about 30 miles per hour. That's what we're seeing right now. Nothing of this is really popping up yet, and I don't really expect this really to pop up until after about 4 o'clock or so, and mainly south of Madison, the way it looks right now. We are under marginal risk of severe weather. They have dropped this a little bit to the south, basically from Madison down toward the Illinois border, that sliver of A slight risk of severe weather for Kenosha and extreme southeastern Wisconsin, extends down into Illinois. And then we've got an enhanced risk of severe weather on a scale of 1 to 5. That's a Category 3. Areas south of Rockford, central Illinois, southwest side of suburbs of Chicago. That extends into parts of Missouri. All right, our future track, you can see that the showers are pretty minimal going into the afternoon hours. Just kind of a nuisance for us if you have any outdoor plans. And a lot of this will start to wind down as we get through the evening hours. And then after about 7, 8 o'clock, you're going to notice that humidity drop as temperatures actually drop into the mid-60s here by the noon hour. So it won't be quite as sticky and uncomfortable like we saw overnight last night. But we're going to get right back into that hazy, hot and humid conditions, it looks like, going into the later part of the weekend and into much of next week. And we'll also have some summer-like showers and storms rolling on through. And you can see much of the eastern half of the country really going to be in a heat wave. And this is going to be a long-duration heat wave extending into much of next week. We're going to be on the periphery of rounds of showers and storms. Now, we're going to have plenty of dry periods, but you can see this weekend going into next week, we'll have to dodge some rain. It's 83 in Madison. It is cooling off now up toward the Dells. Is down to 78, 84 in Janesville. Our first warm forecast. A couple of storms this afternoon, mainly south of Madison. Just some showers expected in the Madison area. Not as humid tomorrow as we get up to 80, 76 Saturday. That chance of storms really later in the day. I think most of the day will be dry. And then Sunday we get back in that heat and humidity for Father's Day and rounds of storms going into much of next week.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Howard's in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, and we're taking a test today, but not to worry. Howard says you won't need a number 2 pencil.
If you don't mind, I want to try something. I'm going to hold up 2 colors, and I want you to shout out whatever flavor they remind you of. Red and white. If you guess peppermint, that's what I was thinking too. Okay, how about yellow and green? If lemon lime came to mind, you're 2 for 2. Okay, just one more. How about orange and cream? If all of a sudden you're craving a creamsicle, then you've passed the test with flying colors. And since creamsicles are one of my favorites, let me show you how to make a cool and creamy layered pudding that uses those 2 colors, or shall I say flavors. For the orange flavor, we dissolve orange gelatin in boiling water. Then we stir in some cold water. After that cools slightly, we'll beat in a package of vanilla pudding. And to make it extra creamy, after it cools, we'll fold in some homemade vanilla whipped cream. Look what we get when we alternate our orange pudding with some of the vanilla cream. A dessert that stimulates your taste buds just by looking at it. To get the recipe for our dreamy, creamy pudding, all you have to do is hop online. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. Thanks for taking our tasty color test. And the next time you think of these 2 colors together, the first words out of your mouth might just be, ooh, it's so good.
When we come back on News 3 Now at noon, we'll meet our Pet of the Week from the Dane County Humane Society.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Why was it important to have Pella match the look of your home?
I love that I have a home that just can't be made anymore. It's 100 years old, it's a historic district, and we didn't want to ruin the look by having modern windows in an older home. I had a vision for what I wanted our home to look like. When I found out that Pella had an architecturally accurate product line, they simply guided us and helped us to make a great decision for our home.
Order today and get 0% interest for up to 48 months. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Imagine having a Medicare Advantage plan that can help cover costs for dental services or even groceries. Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield is offering special benefits called Essential Extras, available for Medicare Advantage plan members. If you're new to Medicare, have Medicaid, or recently moved, you could be eligible to enroll today. Unsure if you're eligible? Our licensed insurance agents can help. Just call the number on your screen today. Medicare Advantage plans cover everything in original Medicare Parts A and B while offering coverage for additional benefits. With Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield Medicare Advantage plans, you could get no-cost essential extras you might not expect. These plans may include allowances for dental, vision, hearing, assistive devices, or even money for healthy groceries. That's not all, though. You could also get an allowance to help pay for utility costs like gas, electric, water, or sewer. It can even be used towards internet and cellular providers. Explore 2024 Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield Medicare Advantage plans with essential extras in your zip code by calling today. If you're new to Medicare, have Medicaid, or recently moved, you could be eligible. Essential extras could even include transportation to plan-approved destinations. But you won't get a plan with additional benefits automatically. You have to call to see if you're eligible to enroll. Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield is proud to offer these special no-cost Medicare Advantage plan benefits that help provide comfort and convenience to make everyday life easier. Don't miss out. Call Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield today to explore 2024 Medicare Advantage plans with essential extras. If you're new to Medicare, on Medicaid, or recently moved, you could be eligible.
Call 800-694-1143. 800-694-1143. That's 800-694-1143.
Welcome back at noon. It is time for Potentially Yours. Lisa Bernard from the Dane County Humane Society is here with our special guest this week. Lisa, who is this?
This is Peter Pan.
Aww.
As you can see, he wants to go on lots of adventures.
Oh my gosh, I can tell. It's hard to keep him still.
He wants to explore.
Peter Pan, we were all supposed to have Wendy, but Wendy was a little camera shy.
Yes, she was like, oh, Peter, no adventure today.
But yeah, Peter's enough to handle alone here. So tell us about Peter Pan.
So he is part of a litter of 6. And they all look very similar to him. Wendy has just a tiny bit more white on her chest. And they were born on someone's property in Cambridge.
Okay.
And they were holding on to them for a little bit and trying to help them become more socialized. And as you can tell, he's very socialized.
Oh, big time.
And they're looking for new homes. They're 2 months old. And they're playful. Like, even though Wendy was shy for me to bring her here, she was still very playful and wanted to play with different toys. And he's been playing with tons of toys too. So they're looking all for new homes. They can either go as pairs or separately. It's up to you.
And this is a nice opportunity. Local, obviously, coming from Cambridge, but they're so young that you'll be able to kind of craft them into your own home.
Yes, yes. You know, treats help with things, good experiences like playtime and such. So finding a fun home that'll love having a little kitten that's gonna be crazy running around the apartment or a house, and then they're gonna crash, because I bet you he's gonna crash.
Oh, big time, that afternoon nap.
Yes.
So June, obviously a very important month for cats for you guys in the Dane County Humane Society.
Yes, because it is Adopt a Shelter Cat Month.
That's perfect.
So, and in addition to having these cute little 6 kittens, and you can see he's already fallen asleep.
Yes, he is.
We received last week 40 cats from one household.
Okay.
And so we're trying to help them find homes as well.
Well, let's do it.
A lot of them have been made available. Some are playful, some are shy. So come visit us and see if there's a cat you would love to add to your home.
Something for everyone. Lisa, thank you so much for introducing us to Peter Pan. We appreciate it. Also happening, if you're looking for a volunteer opportunity, the Dane County Humane Society Thrift Store is opening a second store on Madison's east side later this summer. They are in need of volunteers for cashiers, donation sorters, or donation pricers. DCHS thrift stores sell a variety of gently used donated merchandise, including clothing, home decor, kitchen supplies, and furniture. All proceeds benefit animals in need. Volunteers can make a great impact on those animals right here in our community. And an update on last week's pet, Shamrock is on adoption hold. So we love to hear that. If you are interested in adopting Peter Pan, Wendy, or some of the other animals at Dane County Humane Society, there's the information on your screen. Just go to giveshelter.org/adopt. And here's Kelly with the final look of your forecast.
Yeah, some scattered showers expected today, maybe an isolated thunderstorm. The humidity really drops tonight and tomorrow before it returns this weekend, and more storms expected this weekend into next week.
Thank you, Kelly. Thanks for joining us.